Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say, let's have some fun today. I didn't film for 1 week and I already feel it in my bones that I unlearned how to sit in front of the camera. This is a really weird feeling I don't like at all, but here we are. I was cat sitting for my sister because she went on vacation. And I stayed with my boyfriends at her apartment and yeah, had an eye on her beautiful, sweet and really cute little cats. I really love them both. They're so adorable, what can I say? But yeah, that's because I didn't have the chance to film because all of my stuff is here in my home, of course, and it was a little bit hard for me to transport it all. And yeah, so I decided to make in 1 week filming break, and that's because I have the feeling I didn't sit in front of the camera for years now, what is really weird, but it is what it is. And yeah, I think you already know what I want to do today with you guys because of the title of this video. I bought me something and I told you in my last video that I want to dabble my toes a little bit more into indie brands, and I really want to buy more indie brand palettes. For sure, because I'm so amazed by them. But today the indie brand that is theming here on my channel is Cosmic Brushes, and I bought me the Delicious Delights palette. I think this is the newest one from them, and I wanted specifically this one because of the beautiful, stunning summer theme that it's going on in here. And of course, what's also drawing me into this palette is this stunning, amazing multi-chrome in here. I'm so blown away by this shade alone, guys. For this shade alone, I'm not kidding, I wanted to buy this palette right here because I was so amazed by this beautiful multi-chrome in here. And I already used this palette because I couldn't wait. I used it at my sister's apartment. I did 2 looks already with it, but today I just want to do 1 look with you with the colors I didn't use until now, and the other 2 looks I did for myself. I really wanted to try this palette a little bit more out, test a little bit the water, if you know what I mean, and I will showcase the looks to you at the end of this video as well, of course. I really want to show you what the palette is capable of and how much fun I had with it. So yeah, let's get right into my, you could say 3rd look, but for you it's my 1st look. So let's get right into it. And I think today I really want to play with all of the green and lilac-y shades because I didn't use them until now and I really want to try them as well. So if it sounds good and interesting to you, stay tuned and I would say let's get started. So I already primed my eyes so that we can jump right into this beautiful palette here. Hey, like I said, I really want to play with the lilac-y and green shades in here. And I think I will this time because I play really occasionally here and there with greens on my actual lid area. I really want to challenge myself a little bit and jump first into the green shades. And I will start with the darkest green in here, I think, and it's called Lollipop right here. And I will take it on a more fluffy, danced blending brush. And I will start to focus this one at the outer corner of my lid area. Just patting it on first. And guys, those matte shades, they are so buttery smooth. And like you can tell, I think they are so extremely pigmented. I was really blown away the first time I used this palette. And I still am blown away. They are so stunning. And after the most of the color is on my lid, from the brush on my lid, I will start to blend it a little bit more out into the crease. Oh, this color is stunning. It's so magical, so summer-like. I'm really loving it. Guys, that was so easy, fast and blendable. I'm telling you, I'm loving it. It's so beautiful. And it's also looking really seamless on my eyes as well, so I'm right now not mad at it. So now with a more packing kind of brush, I will go into the shade Minty right here. This really nice turquoise greenish kind of shade, and I will focus this one at the front portion of my lid area, but leave a little bit of the very front portion near my inner corner, I will leave that portion out. You see? And leave this part of the lid out for now. Also really, really beautiful, and you can definitely see the difference between those two shades. Now with a blending brush and no additional product on it, I will blend the shade a little bit more into the darker green. And with the same packing brush that I used for the shade Minty, I will go, of course it's cleaned now, and I will go now into the shade Zesty with it. This really chartreuse kind of green yellow shade. It's looking really, really vibrant, and I'm really curious how this one will look on the eyes. And I will go with this shade on the rest of the lid that it's not covered yet. So the really, really front portion of my lid area near my inner corner. I will rather pack this shade on than swiping it on. And again, with a blending brush and no additional product on it, I will fluff it again out a little bit better and connecting all the greens with each other, but really, really lightly. Now with the more inner corner side of my naked brush right here, I will go again into the shade Zesty and focus this one right into my inner corner, like here, to really bring it together. With this shade, I have a little bit the feeling that it's a little bit harder to work with if you want to do a little bit more of blending action. But all in all, I think this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. But I think I have the feeling it's a little bit more suited as a packing shade than a blending out shade or something like that. But all in all, I think this is a stunning, stunning shade. Really, really like it. And maybe just a little bit at the front portion of my lower lash line, but just with the rest that it's on the brush. My eyes are already feeling so summer-like. I'm really, really loving it. So now, because I worked with so many matte shades on my lid and I don't have that much primer left, you know, it's all covered now with the matte shades, I think a glitter glue will be the safe thing to do right now. So I will put on a little bit of glitter glue and I will take it on my finger, just a little bit, and pat it in the middle portion of my lid area on both sides and just tabbing it a little bit around. And I think I really want to use this Candy Floss shade for the middle portion. The obvious thing to do would be right now to use the fizzy shade maybe, but I really want to use this pinky shade because I didn't use Candy Floss until now. Sprinkles I used in my other two looks because of course I needed to use this one first. But you will see it in the demo really, really nicely, guys, I promise. So this won't be the shade I will play today with. But I really want to take Candy Floss now on my finger. It's looking really, really popsicle-like. I love it. And I will focus this one in the middle portion, there where I also put down my glitter glue. Just to give me a little bit of something else up here. And now with the blending brush, and this time I will use the shade Whipped Cream right here, this really whitish one. I will go in there just a little bit and I will focus this one all over my brow bone area, just to blend everything out underneath it. Make it as smooth looking as possible. And because I think I didn't play it with enough shimmers until now, I also want to use the shade Frosting right here, this more lilac-y type of shade. Go again with my finger in it, just more of a smoother formulation. And I will go over the Candy Floss shade, but just with light dabbing motions to give it a little bit more of dimension as well. I think you already can tell, I hope so at least, how much more dimension this side has now in comparison to this side. And a little bit of blending again, just on the middle area. So now I will do a wing, and for that I will go into the shade Charms, this really dark lilac type of shade, with a really small angled brush. This is from Spectrum and Katie Huygens, it's the number 23, and I think this is the perfect brush to do beautiful, nice wings. So let's do this. So I think I'm really satisfied with the wings now, and now let's move on to the lower lash line. And for my lower lash line I will go first into the shade Jelly Bean right here, the other lilac-y type of shade, and I will go in with a really small fluffy blending brush in it and focus it on my lower lash line, but I really try to focus it near my lower lash line. Won't go too far upwards with it. And now to blend the Jelly Bean shade a little bit more out, I will go into the shade Milkshake now with the same brush. And with this shade I will go a little bit more downwards and blend it a little bit better out. And try to make the lines not that harsh anymore with this shade. Really feeling like a popsicle right now, guys. I think it's a really cute shade and a really cool combo overall. Now I will go into the shade Fuzzy here, this really light metallic type of green right here with a smaller packing brush, and I will focus this one at the front portion of my lower lash line, also to give me a little bit of sprinkle down here and to tie my lid area with my lower lash line a little bit more together. So guys, and I think this is all of the look. I'm really impressed right now. I will quickly do my lashes and my lips, and then we will be right back with the finished result. So guys, and here's the look all zoomed out. For my lashes I used my Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara in Extreme Black. And for my lips I used my Pat McGrath Blitztrance lipstick in the color Lady Stardust. Really love how summery the look is turned out with this lipstick. And yeah guys, like I told you, really love this palette. I'm so impressed by the quality. I'm really amazed by the shimmers and metallics in here. I think overall this is a really good performing palette and I'm so happy that I have it. I'm eyeing also right now the Serenity palette and some other indie palettes I have in the moment in my mind as well, and I really want to dabble my toes a little bit more into them, like I said. And yeah, really happy that I have it. I will show you now the other two looks I did. The first look I of course needed to use the shade Sprinkles almost all over my lid. I did a really pinky look at that day, and I hope you can capture this beauty multi-chrome in this look. It's so stunning and beautiful, and I'm so happy that I decided to do this for my first look. And the shade Sprinkles is also so smooth, buttery, and so stunning. I love the shift in it. It's beyond beautiful. It's the strongest multi-chrome I ever had in my collection, to be completely honest, and I'm 11 for this shade. That this palette was worth it in my opinion. And on the other day I wanted to do a blue look, so the completely opposite, and I really played with all of the blues except the shade Sweetie. I didn't use, but the shade Sugar Plum, this really beautiful metallic that you can see all over my lid. Woo! Also so breathtaking. And because I was so amazed at the day before with the shade Sprinkles, I really needed to pop this one on as well into the middle portion of my lid area, because I really needed to use this one. And my second look I didn't use it alone. I wanted something completely else for my lower lash line, so I decided to combine it with my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Rose Decadence palette, my 6th pan right here. And for my lower lash line with the second look I did, I really popped on those rosy and bronzy type of shades as well in it. And for my inner corners I also used this really beautiful Skin Show shade right here. So I combined it. But everything else you can see on my whole lid is just from the Delicious Delights palette. And I'm so amazed by the quality of it. Yeah guys, overall I'm so happy I tried this palette. It's every time sold out. I'm going on the Cosmic Brushes website. It's so hard to get a hold of those palettes, but they every time now and then, here and there, having a restock of those palettes. You just have to be patient, you just have to look a little bit more often on their website, but in the long run you will always get your hands on those beauties right here, and I'm so happy that I have this one in my collection now. And like I said, I think if I'm buying again from them, and I will definitely, but if they are not coming out with something completely new and completely else, I think the next palette I'm really eyeing from them will be the Serenity palette, because I'm so amazed by those colors as well. And yeah guys, this was all of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If so, I would be really happy if you give me a thumbs up, that I know that you like this kind of content. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get notifications here and there when I'm posting something new. And with that being said guys, I hope we will see each other in my next video, and until then, bye!